Let me first of all say what a great pleasure it is to be here at the Global Arts Institute. We worked on this for a year or two before we were able to work it out in the schedule. And I can just say from the few days that I've been here, it's not only a great honor, but what fun to hang out with really great and talented people, both faculty, new friends and faculty colleagues, and students for whom every day brings a new treat of musical challenge and inspiration and energy. And I'm grateful for your work, and I'm grateful for all of you who have welcomed me so sweetly and with open arms. We're in a very special place, in a very beautiful place, in a place that's surrounded with people who care about art and people who care about compelling performances. What I wanted to talk about tonight is, what is a compelling performance? What is it about a performance that reaches out and grabs you, that you remember for the rest of your life? We've seen some in these last few nights here in this room. We've seen some that I will always remember, that I will take into my mind and say, what is it about the energy, or the direction, or the excitement, or the commitment that I could bring to my performances as a conductor? That I could bring as a conductor to the ensembles with whom I work. I'm a conductor. I work with choirs most of the time, although I do work with orchestras at least a few times a year. And I work a lot with graduate students, students for who want to be conductors, and singers who in many cases would rather be opera singers, but they're in the choir and they're going to do a good job even though they're in the choir. And so my job is somehow to mold those folks with great artistic interest and talent into a unit that says we're headed in the same direction with an artistic vision. That's what a conductor does, and that's what we're having a lot of fun working on. So what is it about a compelling performance that grabs us? Are there elements of someone else's performance that we can take and use in our own area? Are there certain things, for instance, that are true across the board? Is it energy? Is it passion? Is it commitment? Is it concentration? Is it focus? Is it all of the above? So questions we'll ask as we're together tonight include, what makes one performance really gripping, really memorable, and another one good, okay, it's fine. Time for ice cream. Why is it one that just says, I've got ice cream? We haven't had enough ice cream, by the way. How can you have apple pie ice cream? Enough about food. Why does one, and I'm always intrigued by this, why does one performance just seem natural? Just seem like someone's telling you a story, and you're taken in by the first note if it's a musical performance, and it takes you all the way to the end, and time stops, and you just are engrossed in this most incredible experience, and it's over. And you think, I had no idea that much time had passed. Sometimes that happens in rehearsal, in which you're so engaged, and we might call those compelling rehearsals, because we just were so engaged. What is it about that? Why does one performance seem that way, and another performance just seem like maybe hard work, or contrived, or working too hard? Why are we touched and moved by one and just impressed by another performance? And how do subjectivity and objectivity relate to compelling performances? In other words, could a performance be more compelling if I'm doing it, if I'm involved, and if I'm making the music? Or if I'm watching it? What are the differences there? I'll tell a story. My wife and I were driving to church one Sunday morning, and in Ann Arbor, on the public radio station, used to be classical music at that time, and on Sunday morning at that time they had choral hour. They played performances of choirs, and they were playing a performance of a male chorus, and I thought, oh, I know that piece. I don't really like that performance very much. It's a little, the vowels are a little brighter than I would do, and the tempo's not exactly what I would, if I were doing it. Maybe it's a little, crescendo got a little too fast, too big, too fast. So it ended, and I felt great. And the performance came on, and I thought, oh, I know that piece too. I really don't like that vowel color very much. And I finished and said, you've been listening to Jerry Blackstone at the University of Michigan, Massachusetts. What we're going to rehearse is a piece by Mozart. It's his Ave Verum Corpus. He wrote it near the end of his life. He died in 1791. He died at the age of 35, I believe. And it's one of his most beautiful pieces. pieces. Many people would say it's one of his most beautiful pieces. It's a relatively simple harmonic language piece. It's a sacred text. It's set in a way that's elegant and beautiful and not overtly theatrical. But things that I would love for this choir to sound like, a beautiful choir, a choir that's going to give compelling performances, is going to have beautiful vowels. Every vowel is going to be incredibly beautiful. Every vowel is going to be completely different than the way we talk. If we say, how are you? When we sing, we're going to say, how are you? When we talk, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? That we don't talk the way we sing, and we don't sing the way we talk. We talk however we want, but we sing in a very, very beautiful. You hear the difference? I hope you hear the difference. Please say you hear the difference. in a way that's unobtrusive, and we have to have every person in this choir, every person on the stage to be an actor. That doesn't mean that they're drawing attention to themselves, but that they understand every word that they're singing, that not only do they understand it, but they have given it meaning for themselves. They don't have to believe it, but they have to have it meaning for themselves that they're projecting for you, and that every single note has to be loved in some way. Every single note. And I think if there's anything that will carry through from one discipline to another is that great artists care for every single detail. It's remarkable. The greatest artists that I hear, every note has direction. Everyone has been burnished. You know about burnished? Polished. Everyone is bright or dark or round or focused or has direction. Whether it's micro phrasing or macro phrasing, we know that there is a shape with a whole piece and a shape within each note and a shape within these small phrases. Great artists do that. There are no shortcuts. There are no people that suddenly tomorrow make it big because they haven't done anything before. They've worked hard. Okay, here we go. I'll be right. And don't be perfect the first time. Better than when we started the other day, but there are also lots of things that we still do. Good for you. Ave Vera, what does that mean? Somebody raise your hand, tell me what Ave Vera means. Yeah, go ahead. Hail. Hail. Ave Vera, hail true body. All right, so this is a piece that will be played around communion time in a Catholic service, all right? Hail true body. And so, tell me about the setting. Tell me about the room. Tell me about the room. Anybody? Tell me about the room. Chandler, tell me about the room. What does it look like? It's big. Good. Good. How big? Is it a cathedral? Is it a cathedral? Yeah, cool. How big is it? Somebody? It's huge. It's huge. Stained glass or not? Yeah. Stained glass? Great. When does it go? 1562. Good. Excellent. 1562. Where's it located? Salzburg, good answer. Excellent, very good. Excellent. Great. And it's so beautiful, and if it's built in 1562, it's a little early for Salzburg, but that's okay. And it's beautiful, and it's very decorated, and it's terribly, terribly elegant. Oh,